All right. I've been gone, but it's because it's been dry. You know what I mean? Happy New Year. My birthday passed. I think I dropped on my birthday, but my birthday passed. And the last thing that people were kind of talking about, other than the Tank situation, which now I guess, I don't know, we're waiting for that, but potentially the Canelo and Terence Crawford fight. You know what I mean? I heard Tim Bradley say something. I heard people say things, but people act so delusional about the most obvious things, like the most obvious things. What I mean by that, what I mean is, Canelo doesn't even think that he wins that fight. That's why he asked for 150 million to fight a guy who's two weight classes smaller than him. You know what I mean? That's why he won't fight his mandatories. He hasn't fought Jamar Charlo yet. He hasn't fought Demetrius Andrade yet. He hasn't fought, and I don't think he will fight David Benavidez yet. This guy has been known for ducking his mandatories and either fighting big bums or having a puncher's chance against smaller opponents and bringing them up in weight. He just fought against Berlanga. Berlanga came up from, I think, 160. Bro was down there 200 pounds when he fought Canelo. You know what I mean? And his skill level is not on the level of a Canelo, for one. And two, he stands right in front of you. He had flat feet. He's almost 200 pounds. You know what I mean? If not more than 200 pounds. So he fought him, and that whole fight, he was pretty much right in front of Canelo. Bit on the feint, ate a left hook a couple times, went down. Like, it wasn't anything we never seen before. But then you get those situations where he's trying to cherry pick. His network says, no, we're not paying for it. You got to fight this guy. He fights Bivol, gets washed. Right. But I think that he believes that, honestly, the Terence Crawford fight is more dangerous than a Bivol. It's more dangerous than how Floyd Mayweather was, because Bud is socking you out. You know what I mean? Tim Bradley, he said that Bud beats the shit out of Canelo, but I'll take everything Tim Bradley says with a grain of salt. I'm not going to be a hypocrite. But I'll tell you why I think it's ugly if they fade, right? First of all, this fight is going to look like when Bud fought, who's that one bald Mexican dude that he fought? I was literally just watching the fight yesterday. But he was a durable Mexican flat-footed fighter who swings hard, has a chin, and Bud was cooking, bro. You know what I mean? Bud was cooking. And I think, I'm trying to remember his name right now. I think his name was like Ray something. Anyway, Bud was cooking. You know what I mean? Bud was cooking, bro. Oh, his name was Ray Beltran. Go watch that Ray Beltran fight. He was cooking that nigga, bro. And the thing is, Ray Beltran, I think this might have been at 135 or 140. I think it was 135. But he was socking Ray Beltran out, but it's just the fact that Bud knows how to control his distance against these types of fighters, flat-footed fighters that are very aggressive. He knows how to tie him up, and it doesn't matter how much bigger. Like, yeah, Canelo is big. He's a big fighter. But did we forget that Bud can deadlift like over like 400 pounds? You know what I mean? He's big. He's strong as hell, bro. He has a wrestling background. He's built from the ground up for strength. Bro is not worried about as far as people's size, right? Watch the Jeff Horn fight. Watch the Ray Beltran fight. And you'll kind of get an idea for what I mean when it comes to people who try to bully him, right? Watch the Spence fight. And I think that the more durable you are, because understand, when you fought Ray Beltran, that was 2014. That was before Bud was complete. You know what I mean? So he was boxing him from the outside. He was still right in front of him, but he just kept him at a certain distance, kept turning him. By the time you get to Spence and he's fighting people who come forward, by the time you get to Jeff Horn and he's fighting people that they come forward, but Spence is a better boxer than Jeff Horn. But I'm just talking about how sturdy these guys are, right? When he's forced to box a sturdy guy, he'll sit down with you, but he's gonna be the boss in the exchanges. And this dude is socking people out. He stopped everyone at 147. Right? He fought Madrimov. Madrimov is a lot more skillful, explosive, and athletic than Canelo. Canelo is not as explosive. He's not as athletic, I should say. He's explosive, but he's not as athletic. You know what I mean? He can only sock on you if you're right in front of him. If you're not right in front of him, he can't touch you. He can't catch you, and you can sock on him. But the difference, though, look, Bivol had power. He did, because that's why Canelo was getting frustrated and had his respect. He does have power. But Bud, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, he's socking you out, bro. I think Bud is socking Canelo out. He may even sleep dude, but it'll be a beating for sure, because Canelo's only gonna be coming forward as much as as long as he's not getting socked out. Because when he starts getting socked out, he gets on the ropes and tells you, come on, and tries to bait you in for a puncher's chance, because he's like, I can't catch this guy. His feet are too fast, or, you know, he's too slick. I can't catch him. He did it against Floyd. He did it against Bivol. He did it against Caleb Plant a little bit, but then eventually he found his shot to the body that he started landing, and then he was able to set up the overhand right. But the overhand right and the left hook, now I think about it. But as far as a Canelo versus Bud fight, there's a reason why he's asking for 150 million. And it's because when you're older, right, it's all about skill set. If you don't have the skill, because your athletics are kind of going by the wayside, but Bud is still very athletic because he takes care of his body. He trains hard. And also our genetics, right? Black fighters have really, really good genetics for fighting, for basketball, you know what I mean? For elusiveness and fast twitch, and just the athletic. If we're talking about being extremely explosive, quick on our feet, and athletic, that's literally some of the things that, you know, black fighters have always naturally had over other fighters. This is part of the reason why we get so much hate in the sport, because it makes very elite fighters, those genetics, you know what I mean? But when you hone those genetics, you work hard, you take care of your body, you know what I mean? It does a lot for you. And Bud is one of those guys who takes good care of his body and hones that, you know what I mean? He hones his talents and his gifts. He's sharp mentally. He has the skill set. He's athletic. He's strong. And let me tell you something. You could be a bodybuilder. I don't care if you Space Monster. You know what I mean? I'm socking your ass out. It only takes a few pounds of pressure on that chin to make somebody take a seat, bro. You know what I mean? And boxers, they don't get hit clean that much, but I think Bud won't have an issue fighting Canelo, and I think Canelo will have a lot of issues fighting Bud. And I think that because Canelo gets so tired, and Bud, he does go to the body. He does work the body. So does Canelo. But Bud, he does work the body. And I think that combined with the fact that he's going to make you have to move, he's going to make you have to get through those straight punches and those jabs and those. He's going to fight. He might fight you southpaw. He might fight Canelo southpaw, because Canelo's going to have to, when you fighting somebody southpaw, if your feet are slow, you're cooked. I'm going to just tell you that right now. If you're fighting someone whose feet are faster than you and you're southpaw, you're cooked. This is why Shakur has been elite for so long. He has fast feet. He's a southpaw. He has hand speed, but you know, he can afford to come a little wide with some of his punches and stuff like that, because he's always in position. And again, when Bud fought Beltran, when Bud fought Jeff Horn, he was southpaw. He fought them guys southpaw when he was breaking them down, and then when it was time to get him out of there, he switched to orthodox, and he just started socking normally as he normally would. And that's usually how it goes. You know what I mean? He fought Spence southpaw. He switched when it was time to get him out of there. But he was switching it in between punches, kind of like what's his name? The Hawk Julian, what's his name? Julian Jackson. He switched in between punches when he was really trying to take his head off, but at the same time it was like, you know, he'll kind of square up on you and just sock on you. I don't think Canelo has any answers for that. You know what I mean? We haven't seen a fighter like Bud since a Floyd. We haven't seen a fighter like Bud in quite some time. Other than Bud, you know, he's his own guy. So yeah, I think that Tim Bradley had a point. I've been watching him fight these guys that just kind of stubborn and come forward, and man, when I say it's a massacre every time, or it's either a master class or a massacre, bro. There's nothing in between. Everybody loves Canelo, you know what I mean? Especially Mexican American fans, which happen to be the race fans. He's the race fans' hero, you know what I mean? But I'm sorry, bro. He's getting socked out if they fight, bro. And I heard that they're trying to make a fight in May. I don't really like to speak on things that haven't been made yet, but they're saying they want to make a fight in May. So, you know, Turkey or whoever, do your thing, make it happen. I just want to see it. It's a fantasy matchup. It's a fantasy matchup. This is a video game matchup. With that being said, drop your predictions in the chat, or just comment, whatever. And y'all be cool, man. Happy New Year. Hope y'all are enjoying your time with your family, or enjoyed your time with your family. If you don't have any family, I hope that you just happy to be here, man. Because the holidays are tough every year. That depression is no joke. I feel you. A lot of people last year had no money. 2024 was one of them years. You know what I mean? So with that being said, bro, y'all be cool. Y'all be safe. Keep your mind right. And I'm gone.